Alrighty, welcome in Play-by-Play podcast with you on a Wednesday morning to bring you all the rugby news around the world and the Australian Wallabies. They got a win over the Lions on the weekend, 22-12. We're going to break it all down. Plus, the TRC is starting. NPC, QPR. The boys are finals bound. Plenty to get stuck into. Jordan Hughes with you alongside Jordan Knack and Tyler Campbell. Gents.
Morning.
Good morning. How nice.
Morning, George. How are we?
Good, thank you. How are you boys?
Good.
Good to live your life and not have to work during the week. So
I just told him my schedule.
Yeah.
I work a lot. Thank you.
I like how you're trying to justify it to the people, but we know what really
Yeah, what's
goes
everyone
on.
doing at 10 a.m. on a Wednesday? Oh, not a lot. Just trying to do it then? Yeah, okay.
We're winning. I would say we're winning.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is
100%.
true. That is
Yeah.
true.
The fact we can do that is a win.
Yeah.
First, before we get into it, congratulations. Bond Rugby, first grade, finals bound. Well done.
Yeah, a bit unexpected, I reckon. Obviously, starting the season 1-5, we lost our first three and probably didn't look like we were going to get there in the end. But things that sort of fell our way. You know, everyone sort of beat everyone, and the sort of tightness of that middle group of the competition sort of allowed us to secure a spot with 8 wins and all the sort of bonus points we accumulated early on in the year. And another one this week, but, you know, the normal benchmarks, the sort of 10 wins guarantees you finals. So to lock in a spot with 8 wins and sort of win our last 5 games straight to secure that's been huge. And I think, you know, we've got some good momentum going into finals, but tough ask because those top 3 teams are really strong.
Yep. And who's one to get? Norths this weekend, Jordan?
Yeah, Norse at Norse. Yeah, as TC was saying, I can't remember the last time a QPR comp was this condensed through that sort of middle pack. Like, I think up until maybe 2 weeks ago, there was probably only, 3 or 4 points that separated 4th, which wasn't us by that point, and like 6th.
Yep.
So yeah, it's been a blessing in disguise that everyone's been beating everyone, but at the same time, yeah, we've got a good challenge this weekend. Like, it's obviously it doesn't mean much in terms of where we're going to stand, but to build momentum to going into the finals, we really need to put on a performance. And I think as well, like if we get second grade in this week and they have a must win to get into the finals, I think if that happens, it's going to be the first time that Bond have first grade, second grade in the finals together.
Really? Ever?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good
They've had
stat.
both.
Yeah, right.
So we've got first grade, second grade, Colts 1 and women's.
Yep.
If second grade get in. So yeah, 4 of our 6.
That's good.
For a small club, going up against the big dogs up the road,
take
we're in
it.
pretty good stead.
Bloody oath.
Pretty good thing. 4 out of 6 teams in the finals.
Mate, it's unreal. It's a great stat. I hope the Twos boys can get it done on Saturday. So East, is that who we're going to be playing? Is that locked in now? We don't know.
So East and Brothers win this week. They go into the top 2 and we play Wests.
Oh, okay.
One of them loses, then we play them.
Right.
By my understanding,
Yeah,
because
I'm doing
West have
that.
a bye this week.
I'm doing that. East Jeeps this weekend. And who's brothers got?
Souths.
South. Okay. True.
So 2 big games
Yeah.
for them. Look, I don't really think it matters who we play.
Yeah.
They're all 3 are quality teams. Obviously, you got to probably look at all the Reds boys are out of the comp next week with that trip to Tonga, which
Yeah, it's been a bit
I know
controversial.
that will piss a lot of clubs off, and rightfully so. Like, we lose Tonga, you know, potentially Rossi and, you know, the Wallabies squad gets named Thursday. So,
Yep.
yeah. So it sort of makes it interesting how those combinations are going to look for other teams as well.
Yeah.
Just quietly on that as well. Like, obviously this happens every year where Reds boys come in and out at the back end of the season, and it's kind of actually a bit of a blessing for us compared to other teams who might have 6 or 7 Reds coming back. Like, we've only got, I think 3 is what we've
only really had Tonga this year.
But really just Tonga.
Yeah.
He's the only one I think has played.
Yeah, I think
But,
so.
we had Hedemeier.
And
Oh,
Hetty,
yeah, true.
But
Hetty's out.
on the flip side as well, like I heard through the grapevine that the women's finals that are going to go ahead, for whatever reason, the ARU have decided to run their sevens, like their emerging sevens series.
Yes.
Oh.
For the first 3 weekends of August, which takes out all the finals.
Oh, God.
So the best of the girls that play sevens, which realistically is 80% of the women's players in 15s,
Yeah, good chunk of ours as
are
well.
now not going to be available. I don't know why
They
they've
have
done
named
that.
the squads for that, though.
So that's what's going on. That's it's playing on the weekend day.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But I think it's Ava, probably. Evie. There's a few good girls in our team. That'll
Yeah,
be,
I think we only had a couple in bottom this year.
yeah.
A lot of our sevens girls have kicked on to NRL dub.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, anyway.
But
Another
yeah,
scheduling nightmare.
Logistics, I don't know what they're doing, but they need to have a long hard look at themselves.
And it comes back like on that point, and I guess we've discussed it and everyone discussed it. Like, we're trying to build grassroots back up, trying to get a bit more love and interest into rugby union, and you do things like this that sort of make people go, "Why am I here? Why am I bothering with club rugby?"
Yeah.
When-
Take it away, best players.
Yeah, like the pathways not actually something that builds through
Yeah,
it.
it's so
You just
disconnected.
you're so disconnected. You get taken out for different things,
yeah.
and it's hard on clubs who are trying to obviously build something and build a bit of continuity and sort of it puts people off the game a little bit. And you can't keep getting these scheduling nightmares wrong.
Yep, I agree. Anyway, finals footy, boys. Well done.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
thanks.
We'll get into a bit later as well. But let's stuck in, boys. Australia, we've got to win. 22-12 over the Lions. 81,000 in the house. A lightning delay. Haven't seen that before at Test match footy.
Yeah.
40 minutes. I guess overall, what'd you make of the game?
I think for me, the biggest thing which we kind of spoke about in previous weeks was that physicality and that ability to front up, and we've really stepped it up. And I think a large part of that came from Will Skelton, just getting in there, roughing blokes up, being a pest.
Unreal. Yeah.
Like it's a bit of mongrel that I think Australian rugby, comparative to other big rugby nations, haven't had in the maybe the last 2 or 3 years especially. But to see that back in, like I think some of his shots were a little bit cheap, and he obviously turned some heads. But it's what we needed to disrupt the game. Yeah, 100%.
Everyone needs
A C.
a C
Yeah.
word. I was trying to
Yeah.
think of a different word.
Yeah.
Especially in your second row.
Yeah.
You know, they're the ones that are smoking rucks. They're the ones that sort of set your physical tone. You know, they're your big men. You look at Itzebeth and what he does for South Africa.
Yeah.
You sort of do need that guy, and I think Wallabies have found their guy with that. I know they've scrapped the ghetto law and having the skeleton law now, by the sounds of it, as people are calling it. But so they can pick anyone from anywhere.
Yeah.
And it'd be good to see him in the Rugby Championship because I thought he was immense through all 3 games and was easily the Wallabies series best.
Because it's no thing about Jeremy Williams or Nick Frost, but there's not that guy. Whereas Will is the enforcer. You know what I mean? As locks go. So
I think both of them are a lot more technical and a lot sort of well-rounded footy players. But to take a bloke who's 140 kilos on a good day,
he made Maro Tojo look small.
100%. And he's no small man.
And when he pushed off Gibson Park, just like
So
a piece
good,
of
right,
dirt.
yeah.
I just love it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Big man.
Yeah. What else caught your eye on the game?
Just so, you wouldn't expect the Wallabies to put in that performance in the wet. People don't actually understand, like when you're playing in the rain, you kind of don't really see it on the camera, but we could see it.
It was teething.
Like that's when you know how heavy the rain actually is. Like I've played in the wet before, and then I've watched it back, like on the TV and gone, shit, it wasn't actually that wet looking at it.
Yeah.
But I remember it bucketing down. That you could see was bucketing down. And I just think the Wallabies, what they did well, and it took a little bit out of the Brumbies book, I guess, was they just stuck with what they were doing. By no means were they the perfect rugby team, but they just kept going. And like you look at Tate's try, I don't know how long they were in that 22 working for it, but they come away with it when they needed to. And it was just because they put their head down, they got into their work, and they just kept grinding.
Yeah, very impressive.
Dylan Peach, the other one.
I was going to say that. It was good, eh?
Outstanding. I think he's sort of solidified that. Was he left wing?
That left wing spot.
That left wing spot.
Yeah.
He was really good.
Physical, too.
Physical.
Strong.
Yeah, big body.
Him and Jorgo, you reckon that could be the way forward?
I think it will be after that performance.
Jorgo was unreal all series.
Yeah.
So.
He put in the big hit that sort of set the tone early
Yep.
on in the game. Scored the first try. Granted, there was great work from Suoliti. And he just sort of, when he carried with intent, got them over the gain line. And I think there was a big difference that we saw throughout the test is the Wallabies got over the gain line a lot more than they did in the first game.
One thing I did notice, Taniela Tupou, his emotion pre-game, tears during the anthem. Like, man, it obviously meant plenty to him, which was good. And in the scrum, he made a difference in the scrum, I thought.
Huge.
Yeah,
Sometimes I think he's a bit illegal. He does get away with a little bit. But
Yeah.
Do you think he should, there's a discussion of, do you think he should have been in the team, in the
100%.
23, just for scrum, pretty much, even if he was a bit off the pace for other stuff?
I think the hard part was he didn't have the best Super Rugby season.
Yeah. He was virtually unpickable in his own admission, is what he said. But you see the impact he made.
Yeah, it's good he found a bit of form because I think he was kind of one of those players that had a really up and down season, and obviously was, as you just said, like he even came out and said like he was
Off the pace.
he wasn't in form. But yeah, to step up in game 3 of a series that was dead and put a performance on and sort of get some flow on into the rest of the year was really good. Like I think we kind of brush over the fact as well. Like we only had one hit out pre-tour, whereas the Lions had 5 or 6. So we're always going to be a bit behind the pace. But yeah, I think he was a really really good addition into that third game and really made an impact.
Next discussion, obviously Tom Liner, that off the ball hit was pretty ugly. Obviously it was missed, but it just came out. He got 4 weeks, I believe.
Yeah, 4 weeks.
Which is pretty hectic. And obviously, the bigger discussion here about line is head knocks. But on the hit initially, that'd be red card in your eyes, Tyler, if it was picked up, which should have been.
Yeah, look, it's definitely a card.
Yeah.
And people are going to compare it to the clean out the week before, which I think are two totally different scenarios.
Yeah.
One's a contest for the ball. That one for me it's a dead ruck. He's sort of sitting there with his head up.
Yeah.
First golden rules, you never do that. That's a 10 in the wrong place.
Yeah, he should not be there.
And like Sheenan comes in and just launches, and his arm's tucked. That for me is the big difference between the 2 weeks. Whereas Jack Morgan sort of had his hands out, genuinely going to compete for the ball. That one for me was
Forced towards the head.
Just sitting there with his head poking out, and Sheenan's just come in and launched and just clocked him straight in the head. Like
The bloke was sitting duck.
yeah. And there was no need for that clean out at that time.
No. And then now, obviously, he played the whole game, Sheen, and we lost our 10.
Yeah.
And now we've lost him for another 2 or 3 weeks, maybe even longer.
I think he should call it a year.
Yeah, there's going to be definitely discussions around stand down periods because was that his 4th?
Yeah, what was the numbers you told me?
It's his 4th this year, I think.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like I could be slightly wrong, but I know there's that one. There's a Saders one. There was one earlier on in the year, so I can think of 3 definite, which is still a lot in a year.
100%, yeah.
They've definitely got they've got a really good medical team and really good protocols in place to protect players' heads, but at the same time, even if you've got no immediate effects of a head knock like there and then, we've seen all the chat going on with CTE and that in the NFL, and there's been long studies done on long-term effects of even micro head contacts. Like if you're having at least, let's go 3, at least 3 significant ones that have ruled him out for extended periods of time, you really do have to.
And that's in what, an 8-month period?
Yeah. And he had some last year too.
Yeah.
It's not just this year.
And he's a young fella as well.
Yeah, 22, 23?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of one of those ones, like obviously they're going to manage it the best they can, but at the same time you have to think long term. Like obviously he wants to be representing his nation and obviously this is his job, so he needs to be playing. But yeah, they're going to have to sort of have a really long discussion about what's the best for him and his long-term health, I think.
Dono was good when he came on, I thought. He filled a void, did his role.
Yeah, I think he was sort of in the luxury, though, they didn't actually have to do much because by that point in the game, the 10 wasn't really driving the game, the halfback was.
Yeah. On that, Nick White was class.
I thought Nick White had a good sort of send-off. I didn't expect him to get the start. But it was good to see him in his last game put a performance like that. And a lot of people are wondering why he's retiring, but that's the best I reckon he's played in about 5 years.
It's unreal.
And it could have been a bit of the occasion, both Lions and retirement game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought he had a real good send-off and probably actually helped sort of lift the spirits of all the boys.
Yeah.
It probably put a bit more want in it to send him off the right way.
As a 9, Geordie, he's the ultimate pest, eh?
Yeah.
Like, he's just chirping.
He's got all the tricks in the book.
He does it very well. So, or apparently they might need him. Apparently Jake Gordon's no good. He's hammy.
Oh, really?
So, it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up on the tour.
I love that Ryan Lonergan's coming in, though.
Yeah, it's good. Here's a question for you. Should we not pick Nick White even if he's available now and just invest in the future of Lonergan? Or do we still use our best 9? What's the best? What would you be doing?
There's a fine line here because obviously you want to win games and build interest going into a home World Cup. But at the same time, you want to invest in players to make sure when you get to that World Cup, you have enough depth, you have enough experience to win it. Like South Africa's showing the blueprint of building depth and, I guess, having sort of that sort of winning thing going in and winning 2 World Cups off it. Like they had a lot of experience in their teams. They're a little bit older than a lot of the other teams, but they know what they need to do. They know their game plan because they've all played together so much. That if someone goes down, next man up's not an issue.
Yeah.
Wallabies don't really have that. All Blacks are starting to build that again. I think we had it from that 2010 to sort of 2019 period and lost it a little bit. And you can see the vision of sort of Razor and how he's building that with his test squads and the way he's selecting at the moment. Yeah. So I think Wallabies need to do something similar, but they've got to find the line of obviously, yes, there's not much interest in rugby. Well, Lions tour might say otherwise, but there's not as much interest as there used to be in rugby. How do we build that up through winning games, but also build that experience
27.
and start growing players in the test jersey?
So what's the answer? What would you be doing? Would you be picking Lonergan as the backup or Nick?
Well, if Lonergan's coming in, because Jake Gordon's out, I'd want Nick White there. He might not necessarily play.
Just be the 3rd.
But that's an old head that can sort of teach him and Tate, because Tate's still a young halfback by any means, teach them like this sort of little well, you talked about him being a pest, so he can get in people's heads, but also the little things around the ruck, the little intricacies of the game that sort of make you a top tier player.
I like it. Non-Gore played against the Lions.
Finally.
Thank goodness.
And he was good.
100% record.
I was going to say that. Is he the only Australian player that has a 100% record against the Lions?
Yep.
That's a great stat.
Yeah.
One
I'd retire.
1 from 1.
Put it on a plaque.
Unreal. Good to see from the big dog. Anything else? The lightning delay, obviously we saw, it was a bit of an awkward one. Have you guys ever had this in your career, ever?
I have, a couple
last
times.
During
Warm-up delayed.
During the game.
Yeah, I've had a couple mid-game ones go.
Yeah.
I think, actually, this is something that did catch my Finn Russell
On
in
the
the
blower?
change room, sitting on his phone.
Yeah.
I thought you couldn't do that.
Well, there's been a chat about that.
But also at the same time, if you've got a 40-minute delay and...
It looked like they just didn't know what to do, to be honest.
Exactly.
Like,
you're not going to sit there in silence
Or to keep warming up.
for 40 minutes and just think about what's going on. I back it.
Yeah.
Get your mind off it for 20 minutes. First half of that delay. Next 20 minutes, get your warm up in, get dialed back in. Same thing as you don't go out to warm up for an hour and a half before a game because you mentally fatigue yourself.
Yeah.
So the issue with the phone is not him being on his phone. The issue is if I get there at halftime and I go on my phone and I start going, hey, we're going to be doing this in the second half. Bet on this person.
Well,
We're changing this.
there's the
Yeah,
integrity
you know what I
aspect.
mean?
But
Yeah.
There's the gambling side
Yeah.
of things
well, yeah, we must
that obviously is the main reason for it. It's also
Yeah.
protection of players.
Yeah.
Look at what's the idiot from the Titans that did it? Kevin Proctor went on his phone at halftime in the bathroom and was vaping.
Yeah, right.
Legend. But you sort of get what I'm like. That's probably the issue around
That's
the phone.
fine, yeah.
But I tell you what would have sucked. They played in torrential rain and sat there for 14 minutes in their jerseys.
Yeah. You'd be
Do they have fresh
freezing.
ones again? Freshies? Or
They probably would have.
it was,
probably
it was
would.
post half time. It would have just changed in the
Yeah,
the
exactly.
second one.
They've probably used up
But
their
your
spares.
shorts and
Yeah,
socks
oh.
and everything else, like
Yeah.
I tell you what, like Lions would have just gone, yeah, because they'd already won the series because they didn't look like they came out firing as much.
Yeah.
Whereas the Wallabies obviously still had a lot to play for, so
Yeah.
that could have had a big impact on the overall performance of the game.
They did well to come. I think it helped our forwards a bit.
Yeah, it gave Skelton an extra 20
Yeah,
minutes.
new life.
Which
Yeah.
is huge. All right, so let's move on here. I guess overall, boys, as a series, we sort of covered it. Did our watch alongs? We were doing previews the whole way through. What was your favourite moment of the tour?
Ooh.
What stands out amongst it all?
The Lions singing Adele.
When was that?
Did you not see that on TikTok?
I've-
In the
is
Sydney
that
pub on Monday.
Yeah, I did
No.
see that. Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool and
Oh,
showed
good.
sort of the benefit to rugby.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, they were all singing. They had the whole team cuddled up, hand around shoulder, all their bears in the circle, and they were singing Adele at like 10 a.m. in a pub in Sydney.
That's what rugby's all about right there.
I did see a photo online. It might have been after the Sydney game or the Melbourne game. After the game, like long after the game, like it would have been probably midnight plus. They all dragged their chairs out into the middle of the field and were just sitting out there having a beer.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
It was MCG.
yes.
Yeah.
This was cold for us. For them, this would be like
Wow, good. That would, yeah.
luxury. They were out there cruising, chilling. Yeah, I don't know. I think there was heaps of highlights for me. If we were sticking to a rugby one, oh geez, I don't know.
I've got a rugby one. My highlight would have been the sort of first time we've seen the First Nations and Pacific Island team.
Yep.
And I thought of all the teams, they probably performed the best. And you saw the sort of pride, like, by any means, that wasn't a, Australian second team. There was guys that like were in that squad that have barely played Super Rugby or any Super Rugby. They had got off the bench that hadn't played a game
Yeah,
of Super
rugby's
Rugby.
fella, right?
But to see sort of the passion and the sort of pride they played with, a lot of those boys in that squad aren't sort of on that Wallabies sort of pathway at the moment.
Yeah.
And I just thought they played so well and put a lot of respect in the jersey. And they were probably the closest team at the time to beating the Lions.
On points, they were. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had a chance at the end of the game, and it was a kid that hadn't played any level making a silly decision in the back end to kick it away. And it sort of sucked because it would have been awesome to see them win.
Oh, mate, unreal. I guess the moment for me that got me the most excited was that Tom Wright try, MCG, with Suoli offload. Like, I was, as a Wallabies fan, I was up and about. That
The
was
Tate try on the weekend that skilled the game.
Yeah, but I don't know, long range, it was just exciting, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think, wow, look, they're back almost.
Yeah.
yeah, I guess top performer, Australian performer. Who was our best amongst the three?
Amongst 3 tests?
I guess, yeah.
I was going to say I thought the best person that played the Lions twice was Charlie Gamble.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's, you can say that. Yeah.
Like, I thought he was the one that stood up the most of someone that... Who probably honestly almost put his hand up for a Wallabies selection for the Rugby Championship. He was that
100%.
good.
Luke Hahn as well.
Luke
Another man
Hahn's
that,
the other one I was
stood up.
thinking. On the Wallabies side of things, thought Leonard Cattell was solid.
Yeah.
I still think I'd like to see him and Suoliti swap. I don't know why. I just feel like he's become an extra loose forward
Yeah.
when he's got a bit more to give.
Yeah.
Will Skelton obviously was huge.
Jorgo, you could mention?
Jorgo was good, but I don't think he had that big of an impact in the game as some of the others.
Yep.
I think he did his job on the wing. Obviously got the intercept and the kick try that he
Was he?
ripped it in the first test.
Yep.
What do you think the best was? There's one game, Valentini was outstanding.
Yeah,
It's
right.
it's hard because I think the later games when they were bringing in boys, like the boys they were bringing in were really making a stand out. So it's kind of hard to compare against the other three.
Yeah. Okay, if I was consistency, Ikatal was pretty strong.
Yeah,
across the three.
yeah, it's probably Len.
Yeah. I guess the Lions side, who was their top dog?
What's his 6?
Um,
Tar-Burr, whatever his name
Tug
Burn,
Burn,
yeah.
yeah.
is.
Yeah,
he was
solid,
immense.
hey.
Yeah.
And it's not just the things he does with the ball. It's defensively, he's great. His work rate, the way he gets around the field, he just seems to always be involved. Like, I thought he was outstanding in the whole series. I think from first game to last game, Hugh Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was class.
Like, if we're talking all the Super Rugby games as well, thought he was class. But I think, and also in that series, I think, bar maybe the second test, Finn Russell was pretty solid too.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think we said it before, and I think we said it when we were doing our live stream. Like, just watching Finn play footy is just such a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, he just cruises around, he potters about. Like, it doesn't. I'm not saying he doesn't, but it doesn't look like he really gives a shit about what's going on. But he does.
Yeah.
But
But
he
like
just
Quade Cooper, sort of.
he
they
just
play their best
cruises and
footy.
it's happy.
Yeah.
He's always laughing and smiling, and he gets stuck into a bit of niggle when it's there. And yeah, it just looks like he's really enjoying his time. And obviously, he's a freak athlete. I can do some unbelievable things with a footy ball, but yeah, he'd be up there for me.
Now, Tyler, I'll come to you here because you have a very non-biased approach. Across the 3 tests, what did you make of the refereeing overall? Like, are we saying pass, poor, good?
I think pass.
Yeah.
Last test obviously wasn't as exciting, but I think the games were pretty open flowing. And I think that's what we need more of from our refs is to let things go a little bit because fans don't want to see, true rugby fans don't mind it. Like the grind games, they get into it because they understand the game. But if we've got eyes coming in, they want to see the Suoliti line breaking pass into Tom Wright. They want to see when Hugh Jones made the one his try got disallowed. That's what we want to see in rugby and see a bit of that. And the way test level is at the moment, like the defence has gotten too good because you've now got the best defenders in your country sort of with their spacing coming forward. And it's good to see a ref was letting a lot of, like all 3 refs kind of let things go and played good advantages, which I thought was really good and made, a few exciting tests, especially the first and second test. I thought they were both very good tests to watch.
Yeah.
So I'd give them a pass mark.
Okay.
Obviously, it doesn't come without controversy. We see that in the second test. People are going to say Wallabies would have won if that happened, but I think we would have seen a lot different from the Lions in the
You
third
can't
test
play what ifs.
if it's a decider.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd give them the pass mark. I thought in general the TMOs sort of stayed out of it, which I thought was good because I think those NZ tests were ruined a little bit, especially that first one by TMO involvement. So I thought, overall, pretty solid.
Any takes, Jordy?
Yeah, I think the same. It was there was definitely some calls that could have gone both ways, but I think at the very least it was consistent in what they were letting happen. Like it was free flowing. They weren't nitpicking. Obviously, there was the call of the series, which could have gone either way.
Yeah.
But they just kind of let things happen, and even maybe with that Dan Sheehan suspension now, if you look back on it, it probably should have been a card.
I don't know how that was missed, to be honest.
Yeah. Stuff like that should have been picked up in the moment.
But also, that's another clean out that's gone. They just kind of let it happen. And I think that there does have to be some of that still involved in footy. Like, it's a high contact sport.
Like a TMO should have stepped in there.
Yep.
I would have thought.
Yeah.
in my
So,
opinion.
yeah, I was happy enough with the performance of the referees.
There we go. Lions tour, done and dusted.
Yeah.
See you in 12 years.
Yeah, scary.
I hate to know how old we'll be then. That's kind of concerning. Do you want to still be doing this?
Dead.
Okay.
You will definitely be dead.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, Lions tour done and dusted. The Lions win 2-1, 9 incredible games. But the rugby continues, boys. Rugby Championship gets on this weekend. So I want to have a quick look at, a preview of each sort of teams from a brief overview of what we're sort of expecting. South Africa head into this. Favourites, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Are they beatable? What's the expectations here?
Yeah, definitely. I think this is for probably a long time since I think any team is within reach of any other team at the moment. If Wallabies screw their head on and start and build from what they've just done, they will be competitive. I think in previous years, especially if we look back at like Bledisloe's especially, you go into that thinking, oh, there's not a chance for Australia. Like this is going to be a whitewash. But I think this year, obviously, we've had a lot of media around rugby, which is probably stirring the pot in a good way. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of excitement. I think there's going to be some good footy. South Africa definitely going to be the benchmark. But New Zealand are going to come in hot. They've picked a pretty good squad. Even their injury cover boys are firing. We'll wait to see what Australia does, I guess, in sort of what they're going to deliver. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good series.
New Zealand, Tyler, obviously having some halfback issues currently. Rory Gard out for a little bit.
He's out for the first 2 weeks.
Was Cortez step in?
Yeah, Cortez gets a start 'cause I think Noah Hotham's also an injury cloud. Which means that they brought in Finlay Christie. I would have preferred they went Fakatava.
Yeah, okay.
But good to sort of see them building a bit of depth too. Big Simon Parker comes in. And sort of looking at the way New Zealand's going, I think they're actually trying to get a bit more size in their squad. Like they are going to be a big pack, and I actually think at minimum they'll split the series against South Africa.
Okay.
I think the one thing with South Africa is they haven't actually played anyone this year. Back end of last year, they looked a little bit beatable. We saw them lose to Argentina. We saw them, I think, they lose to someone else on that tour at the end of the year. I can't remember, but they looked a lot more beatable. And then this year they've gone Barbars, Italy.
Yeah, they haven't really played anyone.
Yeah, they've
played Georgia, I think, as well.
Georgia, yeah, they haven't actually had a proper game yet.
Yeah.
Been a good opportunity for them to build depth, but I don't think they've had a game within 50 points.
So what's the pass mark for New Zealand? For the what this public's like over there.
Oh, winning.
That's
Like-
second's not good enough.
No, we want to win the rugby championship.
Yeah.
I don't think there is a pass mark.
Yeah, okay.
Like I just think we're sort of a nation that prides
You're the
ourselves
All
on winning.
Blacks, yeah.
And that's what South Africa does too, and that's what makes that rivalry so good at the moment because both teams want to win.
Best of the best. Yeah. Argentina, they've showed they can beat anyone on their day.
Yeah, I would have been a lot more confident, when they beat the Irish line. But then they lost both back-to-back against England.
Against a very B team, England.
Yeah. I just don't get them sometimes. They seem to step up for bigger games.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
I think they definitely take on board that sort of Latin America mentality of just being hyper emotional. Like they'll step up for massive games and the games where they're kind of like, oh, like this is just it's a test, but there's nothing really on the line for it. They kind of just go, oh yeah, whatever.
It sounds silly. They're
Let's
a
just have
team
some
that
matcha and
if you score early, and you sort of keep a roll on, they fold.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But if they're in the game and there's 20 to play, the passion comes out and
They're very much a momentum based.
I don't even know if it's momentum. It's just like if they got a chance to create history, everything changes.
Yeah, true.
And they just become a whole different team.
Yeah, I guess that South American people, they're very emotional, aren't they?
Yeah.
In pride of what they do. So
Shout out Tommy Grenon.
yeah, they're great man. And then Australia, obviously, I'm a bit worried about the injuries at the moment. So Skelton apparently is going to play TRC. Lion's going to be gone for a bit. Gordon's gone for a bit.
I think 10's the biggest issue.
Yeah, big time.
If Nick White's gone, I think halfback's a massive issue too. And I actually don't think Nick White will be in it.
Yeah.
Reason I say that is I think you don't announce your retirement from Test rugby and then come back 2 weeks later.
So are you starting Dono against the Springboks? Or will O'Connor get a sniff? Or where are we at here?
I think it has to be Dono.
Yeah.
Like you can't be on the bench all 3 tests and not be the normal progression into starting 10.
Yeah.
I think O'Connor comes into the bench. I think we see a Tane Edmed come in.
Yep.
I think he's the next best off the rank.
I think that's the male too that he's getting called in.
I'm interested to see with the ghetto law being scrapped, who they pick from overseas.
yeah. There's a lot over there that we kind of forget about.
I still think it's going to be similar to what we've seen.
One I would like to see,
Yeah.
but it's hard because he hasn't played any Super Rugby. He's only been playing in Japan, is Isaac Lucas.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of forgot a name, but he's been
Yeah.
playing outstanding over there.
Yep. Isaac Rodder too.
Isaac
Yeah.
Rodder.
Big body he was thereabouts years
I
ago.
reckon Harry Hawkins
Yeah,
might be
Hawker,
another one.
Hawkins. Yeah. Isn't Hawkins playing for Japan? No.
Nah.
He's
He'd
still.
be close to being eligible.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm trying to think.
I'd
Like
say
in Europe.
Samu, Marika, they're all done now. Can't
Pete
see.
Samu comes in.
No, sorry, Samu Karevi.
Yeah, Karevi I reckon's
Yeah.
done. Marika Korobetti I think's
Done.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we expect to see a Pete Samu in this squad.
Yeah.
And maybe another big lock, yeah.
I want to see Lucam get a crack.
Hooker, they might go looking for a hooker.
Yep.
Spencer Jeans.
There's Janesy.
Spencer
Bring
James.
back Spenny.
Can we do a trade and get Dill Riley back?
Yeah, literally, that'd be nice. Falau Faenga, where's he playing? He was handy. I always thought he was.
He might be a bit over the hump now.
Is he? Yeah, okay. You're a bit. Yeah, that's breaking news. Dave Parecki retired as well.
Yeah.
Love to see Richie Asiata get a go.
Yeah.
Only problem is he's in Benetton right now.
Yeah, so that partnership they're doing.
Yeah.
Kalani's gone as well, and
No,
Louis
Clowney hasn't
Wershon.
gone.
no, who's the other one?
Louis
Louis
Wershon.
Wershon,
Wershon,
that's that
Richie,
halfback, yeah.
John Bryant, and Flukie.
Fluky. Yeah, pretty. That's a good deal.
But Flukie hasn't gone yet.
No,
He's
yeah.
been in the Wallabies through this line. So
And I reckon they'll probably take him for this. Do you think?
I
TRC.
don't know. Depends who's. I know Donguna was out with a concussion, and that's why he came in.
Yeah.
I kind of don't really understand that partnership.
Mm.
Like I do, but I don't.
Well, they get the players in URC.
They don't play many games, but
True. When's their season start?
URC would be
Like September.
yeah
I do understand it
October.
I think it's kind
from
of
a
good.
marketing standpoint,
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
and the Reds are going to go over there in 26 and play as well.
Yeah, I think it grows. I think it's kind of cool.
Especially with this club championship coming in 2029, 2028.
28, I reckon.
28. It sort of starts to build that little bit of what's the word, interest for it when you start seeing them play each other. And
Yeah.
I think for the Reds, they're one of the only teams that have sort of clicked on the last couple of years. There's no rugby outside of Super,
Yeah.
and for them to sort of get quality games, like obviously they do Panasonic,
Tonga.
they do Tonga, they did Bristol
Yep.
and Ulster
Yeah.
at the start of the
They're
year.
quite smart the way they're doing it. I like
Yeah,
it.
the only problem they had with the Ulster one was they didn't play top teams.
Yeah, they didn't.
They played someone's C team and won by
Yeah,
70
which
points,
is shit from them.
which I didn't think was a good.
They play Exeter as well. Oh, I'm making that up.
I think there were two, I thought. Bristol and Ulster.
Yeah, I think it was just the two games. So it's good to see them try and explore ways to get their squad members quality football games.
Yeah.
In that sort of break time.
And I think it's a contract thing as well. It's like, oh, you can play for the Reds, oh, you can go play some time in Italy as well. Like, allow you to do that. You
Yeah.
can go see the world. Like, it's an extra bonus for them.
Because the thing is, they come back to club rugby, but we finish in, 4 weeks? We're done by August 30th. So from August 30th through to,
Well, now they've got this. You know,
Yeah.
AU.
but then again, all the Wallabies boys out. It's not that high
It's going to
quality
be
of
just
footy.
yeah, Reds guys.
Like, and there's 4 teams.
And it's only a month.
To what, February or January, end of Jan? Like, you've got, 5 months there? September, October, November, where you're not playing high-level rugby.
Yeah.
So I think it's good for them to sort of find ways to play games like this.
And different style of footy over there as well. So yeah, I like it. Just quickly, I guess what's your sort of predictions for the how it ends up? TRC 1, 2, 3, 4.
NZ1, South Africa 2, Aussie 3, Argentina 4.
Geordie?
I'm gonna flip the top 2, just to be contentious.
Box NZ. Aussie
Aussie.
Arge?
Actually, no. Fuck it. I'm gonna flip them all.
Okay.
South Africa, New Zealand, RG, Australia.
Ooh, Aussie last.
Big
Yeah.
call. I'll go Box, New Zealand, Aussie, Arge.
I just think there might be a little bit of a hangover.
Yeah, I think they're going to see it against next week.
Yeah.
I think the hard thing for Oz is they've played Fiji, yes, but they've gone 3 games straight against the Lions.
Yeah.
They're getting 1 weekend off.
The emotional toll too.
All right,
Yeah.
they get 1 weekend off, and then they're going 2 games in South Africa.
Joburg, Ellis Park to start.
Like,
Yeah.
that's a tough ask, man. And if all these other teams, I think South Africa's last game was 2 weeks ago. New Zealand's was 2 weeks. RG's like they've had a good rest period,
Yeah.
good amount of time to refine things. Like New Zealand named their squad and they're back together training already. They've got 2 weeks now to build into that first game against Argentina. Wallabies have this week off. They go into camp again on Saturday. They get 4 days to reset. As you said, try and get rid of this emotional toll.
And then a big long haul
But-
flight as
Yeah.
well.
Then they got to fly, and then they have 3 days to try and fix whatever things they needed to work on. They've got a different opposition. They just played 3 games against the same team.
Yeah.
So now they've got to strategize what their next game plan is. And
And
obviously,
it's not just any team.
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
the best.
one of the best in the world, if not the best.
Yeah.
It's a tough ask for them. And then I guess they get Argentina after that, which might be a little bit easier for them.
Sure, they'll
But
be fired up.
I
though.
think the win in the last game was good because they had a real chance of going 5 straight losses to start the year.
100%. Altitude as well at Joburg, do they have? I'm not sure.
Not
They're
too
below
sure.
sea level, but there's that aspect as well. So, yeah, it's going to be tough. I think the Box by a lot.
Yeah.
I'm really interested for their squad tomorrow. Aussie.
Is tomorrow gets out?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No, Friday. Oh, Friday they go into camp, so I know they go into camp Friday. So I'm assuming he gets named tomorrow.
Any surprise packages we're thinking? What do you reckon?
I reckon Luke Harm's got to come in.
Yeah. I can we see Edmund? Gets in?
Edmed would be the other one.
Lonergan.
Lonigan. But I think the surprise package who they bring from overseas.
Yeah.
But do you think they changed anything though? Like who's over there that we didn't choose in lines that we would now? Just, like Skeldon's in. Who else is there?
I reckon Tom Banks left at the peak of his powers.
Where's he these days? France?
Japan.
Japan. Is he Japan now?
Isn't it?
He was Europe for a bit.
Yeah. I think he's Japan
I
now.
thought it was Japan.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I just don't know. Like Josh Kemmeny's over there, 6 for Northampton. Like, as he was thereabouts, but no one really jumps out to me personally.
I guess Scott Young's another big back rower over
He's
there.
Northampton.
Yeah, Scott Young's problem for me is I never know what he is.
Yeah.
Is he a second rower or a 6?
I think he plays 6 of there, doesn't he? Yeah.
Because he's not big enough to be a second rower.
Zai
there.
Parisi's in Northampton as well.
Parisi's
Yeah.
another one.
If you want some midfield depth, that's handy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he can cover wing as well.
Anyway, yeah.
Be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah.
Exciting times. NPC of the weekend. Plenty of footy. This is your world title. Anything caught your eye on this stuff?
Go the old man.
Going good, aren't
Lima Sopawanga, ice in his veins.
they? Mate's carving up.
That was unreal because I don't know. He signed a dollar contract.
Yeah.
I actually thought Moana was the thing, but I actually think he was done. Like, was entering retirement. Like,
Yeah.
I saw the sort of photo of him playing suburbs rugby, just
Yeah.
cruising along. But, you know, come the man, come the hour.
He's good, isn't he? And
Just-
Cruden playing as
and
well.
Cruden. I realised why they're both in there, though, after having another look at the squad, is obviously Taha Kimura out for the season with his ACL after he suffered in Super Rugby. So they've brought him in. D'Angelo Lua's also floating around in there.
Yeah.
But they got a good squad. I thought it was a unreal game. And I think NPC is some of the best footy you'll watch.
Yeah.
Because you sort of get that New Zealand flair to it. The defence is not as solid because there's that Super Rugby boys dropping down, but club players stepping up. A lot of young talent comes in too. So it's sort of, they haven't got that sort of D system and sort of, I guess, habits and stuff that make defence sometimes really solid and hard to breach. So you get some exciting tries. I thought Nani was great from 1 or 2.
Yeah. Manawatu's, they're good. They used to be terrible when I was growing up.
No, they've been terrible. They've won like 4 games in the last
They're still terrible.
3 years.
Oh, okay.
They just have a good squad this year.
Yeah, okay.
That was a
Right.
big win for them. I don't know
Yeah,
when
yeah.
the last time they won their first
Right,
game.
okay.
I think it was against us in 2018.
Because they were always woeful when I used to watch.
Yeah.
I just like seeing someone who's,
They have plenty.
haven't grown up there.
Yeah, Bob. they were good.
Upsetting
Yeah.
Tasman.
Just
They
to
were
seeing the traditional colours and the stadiums, like
Yeah.
the rural grounds. It's just awesome. I love it.
And it sucks because the crowd numbers have sort of died there. And I think sometimes it's the saturated market of how much rugby goes on.
Yeah.
Obviously, New Zealand does struggle for fan bases as it is in getting crowds going.
Yeah.
So when this comes around, everyone's sort of rugbyed out a little bit. And you don't get as many going down except the diehards of their province.
Yeah.
I think sometimes you get bigger crowds in Heartland because they don't actually get as much rugby.
True.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, is I'm assuming NPC is not making money. Like, what's the commercial aspect of this sort of?
I don't know. It's still quite watched.
Yeah.
Like TV numbers will still be good.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the
They have some big
Crowd
sponsors
numbers.
that get involved.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they've got income.
Bunnings sponsors it.
Yeah.
True. I often wonder. All right, and then we go. Obviously, I'm sure you don't even know this, but the Wallabies announced their squad for the World Cup.
I did actually.
Yep. Okay, so we're gonna have to lean into this a bit. Women's World Cup in England next month.
Yep.
Going to be good.
Yeah.
Who wins?
I want New Zealand to win, beat the Palms, but England looking good, eh?
I think England gets it done. England, Canada.
Yeah,
NZ
Canada's
and
good.
someone else. Canada's
Wales?
second in the world at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Welsh. Women's
Nah, they're
good.
pretty.
No, Welsh just beat the Wallaroos, mate. That's it.
Okay.
We beat them the week after,
Yeah.
but I think it's England, New Zealand. They're your top. Canada's good.
Canada's the other one that can cause an upset.
Yeah, like in Twickenham, that final, they're gonna have 85,000 people there. It's gonna be they've sold over 400,000 tickets already. It's gonna be huge.
That's good. That's
So
great.
it's exciting. Let's hope for the Wallaroos. I'd love to see them make a quarter final.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be tough, but we'd love to see it. The name Kaslik in the squad, she's no good. I don't think
Did she do a knee?
she had her ankle
No,
surgery
she's still in a boot.
2 weeks ago.
Oh.
I think she's a long way off personally. But anyway, we'll see. QPR boys, obviously no finals footy coming up. North this weekend. You boys going to be you playing? Yep.
I'll be up there. Yeah, I think it's a good sort of chance for us. Like we don't want to approach this as a squad as this game means nothing. because for us it's another week to sort of build our identity, build our sort of combinations, and I guess get that continuity going into finals.
Yeah.
If we're historically very poor after a bye. And I think if we rest too many players, it becomes almost like a bye week. And then you come back into finals and you're not ready to go. Like we only had a bye, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
So I think for us, it's a good chance to go test ourselves because Norths are a good team.
Did you see them last week? A shootout with West.
Yeah.
They've pushed every team they've played this year. And they've just sort of, last game at home for them for the season too.
Yeah.
It's a real good chance for us to test ourselves. And we owe them one. I think we've lost our last 2 games to them at home.
Yeah.
So I think for us to go up there, I think it's a good chance to sort of, as I said, build our sort of selves into finals, but also sort of get one back against these guys. And I know they're going to come up and want to beat a top 4 side and talk about how they probably deserve to be there if things went their way. So we've got to take that opportunity and take that moment with both hands and go out there and put a performance because it's not a nice place to go.
No, it's
I'm
tough.
kind of glad we're not going up there to have to win to make finals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a long drive for us. Was it hour 20, hour 10?
Longer, yeah.
It can often be quite a windy field because you get stuck in that little gully.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to it. And hopefully we can sort of keep that momentum going. And 6 wins into finals would give us a lot of confidence.
I like it. Just on that GPS game, the human pinball over here strikes again. How did you score that try? That was very impressive.
Mate,
Tell the people what you told me last
There was
night.
5 of them on the floor after you.
No one actually tackled you. They just tackled each other. That's the only
Literally.
reason why you got through.
Dude, you went through and it was literally 5 of them sitting
no,
on
in
the
all
ground.
fairness, I'd absorb the hit, but the hit would go off to the next one. But I did say this to someone, there's times I don't know where I'm going.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
I'll just got the ball hit and I'll
The
leg
washing
drive
machine.
and sort of bump. And there was a point in that game where I actually ended up running 2 steps backwards and went, oh shit, and turned around and had to come back the other way. It's just sort of.
I think they went
I
for
don't
the
know.
ball too, and they sort of ripped it, missed the first one, missed the second one.
Yeah.
No one for your legs. You just get pumping them. The pinball.
Yeah, they were
Look, I'll take
tackling
it.
the tackler, but they were tackling their own tacklers.
Yeah. And how's it? You were fucking the big shoulders, the puff and walk after. It
No, that was tired.
was fired up.
That was a get up game. And people were trying to celebrate. And I was trying to get out of it because I don't think I was going to be able to catch anyone. I was that tired.
I think it was handy that old James Martins for the 9 for them.
He was good.
Yeah,
He's,
he's good.
He's quick.
Set up 2 of their tries. And,
Yeah.
I was giving him a bit of shit throughout the game. But just to see if he can get in the young fella's head. But he's a quality footballer and obviously made the move from West this year to get more game time, played in the Aussie 20s, and I think he's got a big future in him. And I think we'll probably see him feature in that off the bench, I reckon, in that Tonga game with the Reds next week. And further into Super Rugby AU with Louis Wirtchong going, I think he's going to get a lot of game time.
True.
I think he's got it probably looking at finding up his craft a little bit around his pass and his box kick, but his running game's an asset.
And just quickly, Magic Hell. He's a beast, eh?
Yeah.
Magic over here in this, mate. There's a spot for you at Bond next year.
Yeah. Love to have him. Isn't he Gold Coast?
He's moving to Cooley.
There we go.
Yeah.
I think he's thinking about hanging it up, actually.
Yeah.
But
Mate, he is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Just keeps on churning them away.
it's just a freaking... I think he was well-deserved, that player of the comp last year. This year he's been a bit unfortunate. He obviously had the broken jaw that ruled him out for quite a bit. And missed quite a bit of footy, but he still comes back. And he's the heart and soul of Jeeps.
100% he is.
He throws his body into everything. He's not the biggest dude, but I tell you what, he's freaking hard to tackle. Like, every time you hit him, you feel it.
Yeah.
So,
And if you're late to the ruck, he'll
great on
he'll
the
pinch
yeah.
it.
quality footballer.
Yeah. John Cena, WWE.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. What do you think of that storyline?
Look, I don't mind him coming back and fighting Cena in terms of a WWE perspective, but a man that was involved in his last contract, he was promised a female. So
What?
So Vince McMahon obviously he got bought out of WWE because if you've seen
He's a
all
bad man.
he's a bad man. Like, there's a lot of shit going on, but
Yeah.
there's a text chain between him and Brock, basically saying, "Hey, if you come back in 2021, blah blah blah, you'll get free reigns or free use of this female, blah blah blah." So we haven't seen him on TV for 2-3 years
Jesus Christ.
because WWE was like, we can't use this guy.
you
So
part
that's
of the
why it was
Diddy
such a
trial
big
or what?
return.
Yeah,
Because
right.
everyone had written like his WWE career is done.
Yeah.
Like, all the stuff's going through court at the moment and
Oh, jeez.
there's huge things. And so when his music hit and everyone in the crowd went nuts, it was more of like there's no way this guy's back.
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen some funny things out there about it too.
I didn't know that. Interesting.
Then they had Naomi. They put this thing up because every time there's been a African American champion, Brock Lesnar's taken the title. and there's a female one at the moment, and they put like a match, like a a preview fight going. No black person is safe, and it's Naomi standing there with the belt. It's like a female. It's like, oh my god,
Loves it.
people love it. Eh?
2025.
It's good.
It is 2025.
Yeah, it's a wild
I'll
world.
tell you what, though, he looked massive.
Yeah, yeah.
I actually saw a photo of him as a baby the other day. Did you see that? He is so thick as a
girthy
as a
as.
child.
Yeah.
He's just a big
Like
guy.
his neck, even as a very small infant, was like a foot wide. It's unbelievable.
His daughter is going to be a gold medalist in wrestling.
Yeah, what?
And I'll tell
shot
you
put?
what's scary.
No.
Oh, shot put and wrestling.
Yeah, I think she's a shot putter. as
Shot
well.
putter.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Like, no offense, but she looks like the female version of her dad.
Yeah,
Like, built like him,
Just
same facial structures,
weapon.
and just stands like this.
yeah.
Like, it's...
Weapon.
Athlete.
Imagine going home and Brock Lesnar was the dad. Like, you...
Oh my
Oh,
god.
your
you
first
dating the
time,
daughter?
you're dating
Yeah.
the daughter and you roll and he's just standing there. I'd be going, sorry, love, you're on your own.
Yeah,
I'd
this-
just back out the door.
Sorry,
I'd be
girls.
terrified.
Yeah, imagine
Dan
that.
will pick me up and F5 me through his table.
You probably love that though. This is sick.
I can always say I got F5'd by Brock
you
Lesnar,
go.
but at the same time, I'm going, nah.
There you go.
Not worth it.
Anything else? That's what we missed over the weekend.
No, it's good to see the American sports starting to kick off again.
It's good, isn't it?
Pre-season
think
slowly
this
coming in
weekend-
this weekend.
I thought Jordy Bataille would have got some snaps last week. We didn't. I hope he'd get some.
Oh,
soon.
Reece Samet?
Oh yeah.
Coming back,
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess that's sort of always
Hey,
Yeah.
people are going to sit there and mock him, but I give guys that do that full credit.
100%.
Be the same as Jordy Bataille if he came back to Aussie rugby. Like, it's a chance to sort of try something different. If you get it right, you're gonna earn triple what you earn in rugby minimum.
Even him doing this sort of window, he would have made bank.
Training
Oh,
scored
yeah.
750k.
Like he's chilling.
And so full credit, Lewis. What's his name?
Louis
Reece
Damn
Samet.
it!
Yeah.
Damn it! He made some money. Got to train with probably some of the best environments
Still
you can
played
train
for
in.
the Chiefs. Like
Was
unreal.
in that sort of vibe. So he'll come back to rugby and, look at Val Holmes. He sort of came back in
Yep.
good shape. Jared Hayne came back in good shape, even though they're a bit older. He's still quite young. So he's probably going to be in the peak of his powers. And
Wales need him.
yeah.
It's
yeah,
good
they
for
was
Welsh
doing it.
rugby.
Yeah.
Big time.
So interested to see how he goes.
I reckon Jordy might go all right. I'm quietly.
I just don't know what they're going to play him as. It's so hard
Well, he's
going over
tight
there.
end.
Yeah, into skill positions.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be a tight end, but he's not going to be a blocking tight end.
True. Yeah.
And then all the route running and stuff like that. Like,
We'll
that's
see.
a lot to learn in a short amount of time that you haven't been doing it since a kid.
Yeah. You're right. Anyway, good on him. See how he goes. All right, boys. We'll leave it there.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
Good
Go in
luck.
the sternum law.
Lovely. Good luck this weekend. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, mate.